The Kicks United, I believe they are coming off a win in their previous game. And so are the attackers, I believe. I will need to check the matchups again, but I do believe that both teams are coming off of wins. So they both have the momentum and they're looking to carry their momentum into this game.
Well, the Kicks United got the three of the easiest points you would ever hope for in football. Show up and win
Against the
against
Salsa Ballers.
Salsa Ballers. And so the Kicks United is enjoying their position, and they are third on the table, and so they are enjoying 3 points. When you can get 3 points, why would you want to go and work for it?
Exactly.
And so they are coming off a win indeed, and the attackers, they against their last game was against Uprising. I think their last game was indeed against Uprising, and they came away.
They did lose 3 goals to 1, I believe. Now that I think about it, the Uprising.
They came away. Wasn't it 1 victory over the Uprising? Uprising had opportunities after opportunities, but could not put them away.
Yes, they did win that game. Was about the Uprising playing the Limers where Uprising won 3-1.
Yes.
But against the attackers did win that game.
Like the attackers are accustomed doing, attackers will look to score early, and then they will look to close down the game in the second half. They know that they don't have legs to run against the other teams in the competition, and so what they do, they look to score early, and then they look to close the game out in the second half. And so, no doubt that's what they are going to look to do this evening. But it would be a different attack when it comes to the Kicks United, because the Kicks United, again, as I speak with the likes of the Francis brothers, they may just be too fast to, and the quality of kicks may just not work against them. But the ball is still wrong. The ball is still wrong, and it's all to play for in 90 minutes. So the lineup for the attackers, as we watch, the teams are on the field, and it is the attackers who's playing in the blue and white, and the Kicks United in the black, white, and red. Kicks United, we will be kicking from right to left, and from left to right of your screen, it is going to be the attackers. For the attackers, their starting lineup, you will see Romain Carby, number 15, and number 21 is Marcus Harley. Number 5 is Daryl Hughes. Number 7 is Garfield Lewis in the midfield. Number 2 is Shaquai Reed. Number 4 is Kalani Richardson. Number 3 is Daryl Richardson. Number 17 is Chadwick, the fast man, speedy man Samuels. Number 8 is Rashim Thompson. Number 40 is Akeem Tittle in goal, and number 19 is Joel Williams, as the first whistle has been blown.
Well, for the Kicks United, we have, of course, the Magellani Lawrence in goal, their long-term goalkeeper. They have the man Francis in the defense, Khalifa Francis. They have Nathaniel Alexander, number 3, Imani Amadida, number 5, Simon Anthony, the number 12, who will be playing on the wing. Craig Emmanuel will be playing at the left back, it looks like, the number 17. Defari Francis, number 16, one of the 2 Francis brothers, Defari. And, of course, Delaney Francis, the number 29. They have Tarek Prentice, also in defense, the number 15. And finally, the big man himself, Glenville Rogers, the number 10, playing up top. Well, there's going to be a quick pass over to the right hand side was almost a giveaway, but here come the Kicks United. It's going to be, I believe, that's the man Clicky in the midfield. Going over to the right hand side. Goes there, seeing you without the man St. John, Elijah St. John, one of their usual defenders. Usually plays over at right back. He seems to be on the bench to start off with for this game. As a good ball goes out wide, and the speed. Francis was waiting on that one there, but Tittle was off his line in a flash.
Yes, that was an interesting ball. That was indeed an interesting ball.
This was the man Chadwick who wasn't able to get that one under control. Chadwick Samuel, of course, the big danger man for the attackers. He's the man that they have to look to if they want to get a goal. Between him and maybe the man Shakai on the right-hand side for them. Those are their two main attacking threats. Here's Malley, but he is offside. That was signaled by the assistant referee over on the far side.
And that is one of the things that the experience of the attackers' defense has been doing. They have been setting a number of offside traps.
Well, a name I'm looking for, I'm not sure if he calls a man Khalid Brooks.
And Khalid Brooks is definitely absent.
Yes.
And so the defense has been significantly weakened with the quality and experience of Brooks.
Of course, both Brookses, both Khalid and Javil Brooks, they usually start in the center of the defense for the attackers. So they are significantly weakened by the absence of both of those big names, you have to say. But it's going to be, I think that's Joel going out wide towards Shakai. Shakai here on the right-hand side is not able to get past Francis, but going to keep this one in play. No, it's going to be a goal kick. So they all look going. It's been a very tense and nervous start, but it's only we've only had 4 minutes played, so it's both teams still trying to feel each other out, trying to see what the other team is trying to do, what tactics they're trying to bring. As it's over on the right-hand side. Forward towards, looking towards Malley, but in fact will not find him. It's over on the defense again. I think that's Prentice. Lumps it forward. And a free kick there, says the referee, as it looked like number 3 went through the back of the Kicks United attacker. As I am seeing Elijah St. John walking over towards the bench, so he's not injured, he just isn't starting today for the Kicks.
Yes, on that occasion we see Richardson, the guilty party, fouling Amadi and Francis, very ill disciplined there in an offside position.
It's going to be Chadwick Samuel. He's very fast as Chadwick, and he's going to have to use that speed. But here come the Kicks. Very good skill being shown here on the left-hand side, and powerfully done. Very powerfully done. I think that's Garfield there in the midfield. Garfield Richardson.
Garfield
Lewis, sorry. And it's going to be out for an attacker's throw. So very good strength being shown there by Garfield. And the attackers can come away with this one now. Throws in towards Rashim. Now it's forward, only as far as Malley, the man Glenville Rogers. Looking to go all the way out wide. It's back into defense now. It's with, I think that's Prentice. Now it's all the way with Craig Emmanuel, number 17. Back with the center back now. And towards the midfield, it's the Kicks building up very patiently from the back. It's Craig, number 17. Looks to go forward. And he is going to find the man Reuben Richardson looking to drive but can't get through the defense. It's Chadwick looking to turn. Chadwick lays it off towards Joel. Joel is looking for Chadwick again, and he will find Chadwick. Chadwick over on the left-hand side. Chadwick Samuel there. On the left, Chadwick has options. It says goes for a shot, and it's going to rattle into the side netting. He had options. He could have laid it off. Instead, went for the shot, and in the end, it goes harmlessly wide, and a goal kick to the Kicks United.
I think he was still, Chadwick there was still living in surprise because he never expected that ball to come true to him, and in the end, he nothing coming off that one.
It's a good ball forward. Here's Francis here on the left-hand side. That's Delani Francis, I believe. The ball over the top. Malley can't get his head on that one there and cleared very high. Craig, who looks to go back and does go back all the way into the fence. Maybe a bit risky there by Francis, but no harm done. It's out wide. Now into the midfield. Here come the Kicks United looking to drive forward. It's the Kicks United in a tussle in the midfield with Rashim. Rashim is he likes to get into those type of battles, those type of little battles in the midfield, and he's a very energetic player, is the man Rashim. He's been playing the game for a very long time. He's very young, but he's been playing for a very, very long time. Here comes Chadwick now. Chadwick Samuel gets past the man. Chadwick down the left-hand side again. Chadwick has options again. Instead turns. Chadwick tries to go for the cross, and it's out for a corner kick.
Yes, and what Williams said, I'm here, I'm right here. Joel said, look at me, I'm right here. You're trying to go out alone. You had 3 defenders on you, and I'm right here. And so, Samuel would have to would be well advised to utilize the help, and I look to take an early advantage in this game because we have seen time and time again where teams have squandered opportunities.
Garfield has a shot!
Oh, hitting it wide.
Not too far away from Garfield with the left foot. He tried to go across the face of the goal. There was nobody making a run at the back post, and in the end, it just seemed to brush off one of the Kicks United players, and it's going to be a corner kick.
It's a deflected off a Kicks United player because it was a heading goalwards. It was a very good bit of a football there by Garfield. He went it alone, and unfortunately,
corner comes in, and the shot goes wide. A slightly acrobatic effort there, but couldn't get a goal bound, and it's out for a goal kick. So we've had a very lively 9 minutes. It starts off maybe a bit tense, but the game has opened up a bit now, and we can see both teams, they're looking to make the first breakthrough.
And that is what you're going to get from these 2 teams. Both teams are going to give you a very brisk start, but attackers is going to close down in the second half.
As I haven't seen attackers play a number of times. Towards the end of the game, they just start lumping the ball forward towards Chadwick, telling him to go and create something rather than sticking to the plan that they had throughout the game, which was building quickly and then passing their way through teams. It seems like they lose a bit of composure towards the end of games.
Indeed. It's 0-0 in the 10th minute of play. It's 0-0.
It's going to be a ball forward. Joel going for the header towards Chadwick. It's cleared by Prentice. And Garfield again in there in the midfield there. The midfielders for the attackers, they're very physical players, both Rashim and Garfield. Ball going out wide towards Francis. Very good ball towards Francis. Francis is fast, and it took a good challenge. It had to be a good challenge, and it was a good challenge there. That's going to be a corner.
It is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Richardson is fast. Francis is fast. And it's always going to be a good, an interesting matchup here between Francis and Richardson. So far, so good. Richardson has gotten a bit of Francis. He has got the measured attack of Francis. And
corner comes in. And was going towards the near post. Tittle had to come. Here come the Kicks United again, going on the byline. He goes down. Corner kick signaled. We've been looking for the penalty, and it seemed like the attacker's player got ball, so it's going to be a corner.
yes, Amadi, the man seemed to be down.
He's still down, but he's on his feet now. Number 5, Amadi. It's going to be another corner for the Kicks United. And we haven't seen much of Ruben Richardson in the game so far. He's a danger man for the Kicks United, but he's been kept rather quiet to start off with. Ball comes into the box. Ball goes high and headed back towards goal. Shot comes in. It's poked away from the attacker's foot by the attacker's defender. He just got his toe there ahead of the Kicks United player, and it may have spelled trouble for the goal of Tittle. Ball goes out wide, and the Francis brothers, they're so fast out there on the wings. They're very fast, and you have to wonder if the attackers' defenders can keep up for the entire game. Ball comes into the box. Shot going in, and if Malley wasn't offside, he would have been pouncing on that one there. And Tittle eventually picks it up. He's another young but experienced player. Haven't played football for so long.
Yes, Tittle would have played. He's very versatile. He started in the game of cricket, and now he's a goalkeeper.
He's been around for a long time as well. He started off as the starting goalkeeper at Spartans at, I believe, around third form, and he went to development for a year, and now he's with the attackers. He's been the starting keeper in this league for about 4 years now. Ball going forward, and it's going to find Joel. No, it's going to be headed clear by the defender. It's Craig looking to bring. No, it's Francis. Francis, look at the speed of Delaney Francis. And in the end, he couldn't keep it in play. It looks like it's going to be a throw in now. Richardson. It's going to look for Rashim. Rashim has a short option. He will find Rashim. Goes back. Now with a long ball forward. Chadwick, he wasn't looking for the long ball. He wanted it into feet. There's Garfield again, just looking to get onto that ball. A very combative midfielder. And his pass goes behind, and it's going to be a throw-in now to the attackers.
This is one of the most physical midfielder I've seen in the tournament so far. Garfield Lewis. And I've picked up a few yellow cards as well.
He asked Shakai if he wants to use him, and the ball wasn't to Shakai's liking, but he is very skillful as a man, Shakai. Here comes Francis. Francis is running, goes into the midfield now. Francis looking for the ball out wide, but didn't get the direction he wanted and can be lumped forward. Here's Rashim. And it's going to be a free kick now. It's the number 4 for the attackers. Looking to go for a quick ball forward. It's going to get over. It's going to find Chadwick. Chadwick with some defenders for company, and the defenders will win the battle there. And it was a free kick as well, I think.
Free kick given to
a foul may have been judged against Chadwick.
But he's a tall man, and he was, bending over, looking for the ball over his head. In the end, he got it on the back, and in winning the ball, he committed a foul. But one of the better goals I've seen in the competition so far, I'm not sure if you would have seen that goal, was a rocket from the man Shakai Reed from way out. And low down, a very, very powerful kick. And Garby comes on the left flank. Ball squared in and into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Lawrence is a very adventurous goalkeeper. No, he doesn't allow crosses to get past and doesn't let many through balls come through as well. He likes to roam around his box. Here comes Joel. Joel here on the near side. He does have Chadwick if he wants to use him, and took too long on the ball, and in the end he'll lose out. And tries to win back the ball illegally. It's going to be a free kick to the Kicks United. Joel did have Chadwick on the far side, and instead opted to go at it alone, and that's not the best option. Free taken short. It's with Craig Emmanuel. Oh, that's
it's given away.
a touch.
Garfield, Chadwick, Samuel shoots. Wide. Way wide.
I think he didn't expect that ball to bounce up so nicely for him, so he wasn't in position to volley it as well as he would have liked.
A very accommodating Bungs. Couldn't take advantage of it.
It's on the right-hand side for the kicks now. Into the midfield. It's the kicks just building up slowly from the back. As they tend to do. They don't like to move the ball as quickly. They like to build up from the back and then use the speed of their wingers as they were looking to do there. As I was speaking about it, they were looking to use the Lionel Francis there on the left-hand side. But here come the attackers. It's with Chadwick. Chadwick on the left-hand side. Chadwick. He has one man coming into the box. Chadwick. A bit of skill. Has Carby. Will he use him? No. Chadwick tries to go at it alone. Chadwick now. He must look for help now. And he will find help. It's Rashim. Rashim is not able to get through. Here come the kicks. Now it's with the speedy Francis. Malley. He's going to look and find Francis again. Here comes Francis on the right-hand side. Ball coming in towards the far post. And Delaney wasn't able to get there. His brother DeFari had put in an absolute peach of a ball. And Delaney just couldn't get anything on it there at the back post.
And what Kicks has is quality, is experience and speed. Experience in Marley and speed in the Francis too.
They seem to be on this. Oh, that's a poor kick. Here's Malley. Malley couldn't take advantage. It was Tittle and the defender having a bit of miscommunication. Ball goes all the way outward. Francis looking to get onto his left foot. Shot comes in now. It's over the bar.
That was Amity. That's Amity looking to get the ball on his left boot and couldn't find the space. The defense was packed there. And in the end, shot offloaded there, but going wide.
A bit of miscommunication in the defensive line, and it almost resulted in an absolute calamity. It's over on the right-hand side now. While looking to move forward, it's with Francis. But giving away his Garfield. Garfield battling again, but loses out. Richardson and I believe... it's on the left-hand side with Chadwick. Opts to go backwards, finds some help in Garfield, and Garfield will lose out. It's going to be a throw-in now.
And so that was Carby. I'm not sure why Carby wanted to come back to Garfield, or to come back to Chadwick, when he should have gone down the wing, because he cut the ball back to in traffic where Chadwick was, but Chadwick was marked by two defenders.
So it was a man remain Carby out there. And the attackers, they have a very fluid formation. A good ball forward towards Chadwick. Chadwick here, number 17. Shot on goal! An absolute stinger of a shot. That would have really wrung the hands of Lawrence. He wasn't able to hold on, but was able to keep it in front of him.
And that was a good shot from way outside here. And that was indeed a good shot into an action, Francis.
Here's Francis now. Back towards Malley. Malley leaves it go. Here comes a shot. Will he take it? Man goes down.
On the edge.
Kick.
Is that gonna be? Well, no, it's gonna mark it, but that's a free kick right on the edge of the 18-yard area.
It's centimeters outside the box.
Well.
That was a dangerous challenge because he was beaten and he went from behind and tried to hook him. That was dangerous.
Who is it? Who's going to take this one? It is very surprising that it's not Malley.
I think Malley's is a bit further up.
The Bluetooth device
he has a very
is
powerful
connected
foot,
successfully.
but he has the control to keep keep the ball down and from this type of distance. Needs a lot more precise free kick taker. It's going to be, they have a left footer and a right footer. It looks like it's Amadi and Richardson. The
The
two players around this
Bluetooth
one.
device is ready to pair.
Free kick taken and off the post! My. It was a precise free kick. It was almost picture perfect and it hit the post. It rattled the post. Tittle was completely beaten. He had no chance of getting there. And again, football is a game of millimeters, and that ball was millimeters away.
Well, his best friend came to his aid there, and in the end, the ball ricocheting off the post and out wide. But that was a well placed free kick there by, is that Richardson? Well taken there, and very fortunate for attackers that they still has a clean sheet.
Ball going forward now. Mally's not back to Mally, and Tittle has to get it. Tittle drops it, and it goes out. And I think it's a free kick that was signaled there, but it's end-to-end stuff here at the Raymond Nigishard Technical Center.
As it was going to be a good first half. The sting is going to be taken out of the game in the second half.
Here they come again at the Kicks United. And looking for Francis, wasn't able to find him. And here come the attackers, Shakai. Oh, that's a very good challenge in the midfield. Francis looks to go down the line. Francis runs into a bit of trouble there from the attackers' defense. Richardson. Garfield. Shakai, and he's looking over towards the other side. I don't think he sees Chadwick. I don't think he saw Carby coming in there from the far side. The attackers, they have a very fluid formation. They are able to switch from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2 very easily. As Chadwick is able to drift from the left-hand side over to the central, goes over to the right-hand side. Him and Joel and Carby are able to switch very fluidly. But here they come again, the kicks. Ball forward is looking for, I believe that
Francis.
that may have been Francis.
Amadi.
It's actually Amadi, yes. That's going to be a throw-in. Goes inside. Looking to get past, will not get past Rashim. Rashim has Joel.
and in the
Bluetooth
end,
device is ready to
it
pair.
just amounted to a corner. But that had to be a well-timed challenge by Daryl Hughes, and it was indeed.
There's going to be a corner now to the Kicks United. Or from this left hand side, I think it's going to be Simon Anthony again. He has a short option instead. He's going to go into the box. A very well paced ball, and it had to be done well. The header had to be done well because we have seen Kicks. They have scored many times from corners. Of course, the man Francis as well as Prentice, the two big centre backs, they are very good with headers.
Francis is there. Mali is there.
Ball comes in. Another teasing ball. Tittle wins it. Only as far as the Kicks United again and poked clear by the attackers. Only as far as I believe that's DeFari Francis.
Amadou.
That's actually Amadi. It's a free kick against the attackers. They do give away their.
The
Very good ball
Bluetooth
across.
device
And
is
Tittle
ready
had
to
to save
pair.
it. Ball still there. Tittle falls on it in the end. Tittle had to get down quickly to the near post because it was a good ball to the back post. And I think it was Francis coming in there who had a wide open header. Tittle goes long. He's looking for Chadwick. Tittle has told me that he wants an assist this season. He wants one of those long balls to find.
Opportunities and unable to convert.
It's the Kicks United. Looking for the long ball forward. And header goes back towards Titling goal. He's very competent with his feet as well. He used to play in midfield when he started out. And look at him just taking all the time in the world. There's no pressure on him. He can take all the time he wants.
The
He's
Bluetooth
provided
device
some
is
very
ready
good
to
balls for
pair.
Chadwick. He just
Indeed.
hasn't been able to deal with. There he is again. That man Garfield Lewis is applying some pressure.
He's like a ghost, Garfield. He's present everywhere.
Exactly. And the things you don't see him coming as an attacker until he's there. Here comes Francis. Francis is up against.
The Bluetooth
And he
device
would have been
is
able
ready
to
to
find
pair.
Francis in an onside position.
Well, it's going to be a free kick to the attackers here on the left hand side of their box. It's still 0-0 here. They've had chances, but it's still 0-0. Goalkeeper Tittle now. And with Mellon knowing what he's going to do.
The Bluetooth device
The
is
referee
ready
has
to
not
pair.
snuffed for penalties, and he will not do so either. It looked like it might have been on handball from our perspective, and the assistant referee saw the same, but the man in the middle said no.
Was it ball to hand or hand to ball?
It looked like his hand was close to his side. So
Is
Device
that
is
the
ready to
Francis
pair.
brothers has actually switched wings.
exactly, I think he has kept it in play. Well, very smart again by Akeem Tittle. Yes, I do see that the far has come up to the left hand side, and the line has gone over to the right. Ball pounded forward. You can hear the sound from up here. The sound that Tittle made on that ball. Very good technique with the kick there to keep it low, but still get the power to send it forward. But giving away, yes, Carby on the left hand side. That's a challenge that goes in there. I don't know how much of the ball he caught, but referee judges it to be a fair tackle, so he throw into the attackers.
In the 42nd minute of play, it's 0-0. Again, it's not void of opportunities. Both teams have had their fair share. Nonetheless, none of the teams have been able to take the advantage and create that finish that they so dearly need.
It's the Kicks United. Good turn there by. It's given away. It's Garfield. Looking to get forward. It's Garfield.
I'm not sure if it was given away. It was won very skillfully by Garfield.
And it's going to be a corner now to the attackers. And if they were to get a goal, this is the era that they would want to get the goal.
And time. This is a time when you want to score and secure 1-0 lead going into half time, because there's not going to be a lot of time added, and because there wasn't much of a stoppage, and so if you score now.
Of course, there's a Lawrence. He doesn't let anything come across his goal, the man Jelani Lawrence. And here comes the attackers, Amadi. Here come the kick, sorry, it's Malley now. Malley looking to get forward towards Amadi. Amadi lets it run, and nobody was making the underlap behind him. It was a smart play by Amadi because he dragged the defender, but nobody made the underlapping run. It's going to be Tittle again, looking for that ball forward, and This wasn't off the
That's a
hand.
handball.
That is going to be a handball.
That is a handball by
And it's
Francis.
something that Francis has done on numerous occasions.
On that occasion, the ball skidded off, and so he didn't get his chest as far as he got his hand.
It's going to be a free kick. And again, I would have to question why Malik Tamarcus is staying back. And he's such a physical presence there when there's only one man to mark. There are 4 players marking 2 attackers. Ball chipped forward. It's going to be towards the back post. And Shakoy couldn't get his foot on that one there. Shakoy came over from the right-hand side and couldn't get his foot onto that one. Here he is again, but out for a through. It's going to be an attacker's through on the near side. It's Shakoy looking inside towards Chadwick. Now back with Shakoy. Good ball towards the back post, but nobody was there. Here's Carby, but he can't get there before Alexander, and kicks can break. It's Francis. On the right-hand side, Francis just breaking away with acres of room. Opts to go inside. As options inside, can go back out wide towards Francis. Francis, shot comes in. He puts it way over. He sent that ball into orbit. He had all the time in the world to get that ball under control and drive it across the goalkeeper. Instead, rushed his shot and sent it miles over.
Well, in the final minute of play, what an opportunity for Francis to send a begging.
Here they come here attackers now. They're looking for that long ball. They won't find it. It's going to find Shakoy. Good find by Shakoy. He has Chadwick and still goes up wide to Carby. Romain Carby. On the left-hand side, Carby goes for a shot on goal, but no trouble in the end for Lawrence.
But that was smart from Carby, because Carby had a pull the goalkeeper to his near post. He had Williams at the back post, and had it been a more precise ball, that could have spelled some trouble for kicks. 1 minute, we are already in that minute, and with just about 30 seconds or so to go in this game, in the first half.
Well, it's Amadi. Now it's with... Oh, that's given away Joel there in a battle over there. It's going to be a throw-in now. Joel Williams, the number 19. Looking for and will find Rashim, but a poor touch by Rashim. And another poor pass. It's going to find Garfield. Garfield gets past one, but cannot beat the second. Reuven doing his job. They're the cleanup man in the midfield. Advantage being played. Craig gives it away. And that's going to be half-time. So, 0-0, but a game not void of chances. 0-0 here at the Remedy Shot Technical Center. Both sides have had opportunities, but they haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. Both keepers have been forced to make saves. It's been a very entertaining first half.
It's not a bad half of football, not a bad half, but both teams can go into halftime disappointed that they have nothing on the scoring sheet. It is just about a 50-50 a 54-46 position, and in this, as I keep saying, in sports like this, you can't speak about position if you have nothing to show for it. It doesn't matter how much position that you own. It is about goals, and we don't play for position. We play for goals, and so both teams can go into halftime. They can breathe again, and look, they will have to recalculate and come back after the half and put their shooting, not only their shooting, but their goal scoring boots on. After a few words from the man, Doc, we are going to take you back to master control. But just to tell you, it is Kicks taking on attackers. They are 0-0 at the half.
Well, the Kicks do have a danger man on their bench in the form of the man Antoine Fleming. He did pick up a goal in the last game they played. He did score one against the Spartans and they won 2 goals to nil. So they do have some firepower on their bench to look forward to. And we do know that the attackers tend to tire towards the second half. So halftime 0-0, the attackers may not be as happy with the scoreline as the Kicks would be. But a 0-0 scoreline is a 0-0 scoreline nonetheless. And we have all to play for in the second half. Welcome back to the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center. Going into the halftime whistle between attackers and Kicks United, it was 0-0, and we're seeing already a halftime substitution is going to be the man Harley making his way off the field to be replaced by Cameron Tash. So Tash it just seemed to be a like-for-like change to Marcus coming off and Tash slotting right back into left back. So maybe an injury concern there for the man to Marcus, but the game is going to resume now with the Kicks kicking from the left of screen to the right in their traditional red, white, and black, and the attackers in their blue and white kicking from right to left. It's in the defense of the Kicks. Just again building very slowly, playing the possession game, looking for the ball out wide, but it will be cut out partially, but good speed being shown there. And the ball out wide towards Francis. Francis looking to get onto his right foot, finds Mally. Mally goes for a shot, but it comes all the way out wide towards Tafari Francis. Oh, that's very good skill by Tafari. Ball cut back, has a chance for a shot, and instead tries to dribble and gets tackled only as far as Reuven. Reuven looking for a pass out wide. He will find the number 3, Alexander. Oh, it's a very good ball forward. Ball taken out, a bit of a miscontrol. Chip to the back post, and instead up to the ground. He had a chip to the back post and opted to go along the ground, and in the end it was cut out. Here come, and I think that's a dive. No,
Well, that's not a dive.
he was taken out. He seemed to be taken out. Yes, he did. And that's what the attackers are guilty of. They just take when things aren't going their way, they start to hack at you, they start to take you down, try to frustrate you.
And that's the man Garfield again.
Of course, it's Garfield Lewis. It's going to be a free kick now to the Kicks, and looks like it's going to be Simon again. This time he may try to float this one towards Francis at the back post for a second time, or towards Mally at the front post. He has options. He has 2 very good headers of the ball, as well as Prentice there, even further behind. It's going to be Anthony, Simon Anthony, number 12 for the Kicks United over on the left-hand side of play. As options. Ball chipping towards the front post, and Mally just couldn't get there ahead of the defender. A fantastic challenge and a necessary challenge because Mally was making the front post run.
He had to be spot on, and he was. That's Hughes.
Very good job there by the man. Is that Khalid Hughes? Is that? It is Hughes. The ball comes in now from the corner towards the back post, and that's a volley that comes right across the face of goal. Pocket coming again, chipped in again, and Tittle holds onto this one. It was a fierce volley by Francis at the back post, and it wasn't too far away at all. It's Chadwick was running onto that one there, but out, and it will be a throw-in now. So again, set pieces is where the Kicks United are so dangerous because they have so many options. They have the man Mally, they have Prentice, they have Francis. They have so many options of very good headers of the ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if this game come out a 1-goal draw, 1-goal apiece draw.
If I had to predict a goal scorer for the attackers, it would have to be the man Chadwick. But for the Kicks, they have so many goal-scoring options, I wouldn't be able to predict one. Ball goes up, well, it's Mally. Drifting along the forward line, the man Mally. Good reverse pass, going to find Francis. Francis looking for the cutback across goal into the side netting, and that's going to be a goal kick.
And that is indeed an advantage for the Kicks United. They have numerous goal scorers. The 2 goal scorers are 3 options basically that attackers has is Kirby, Lewis, and Samuel.
Chadwick.
Yes, and that's their options.
Flick kicks, you have the man Mele, you have both Francis brothers, you have Khalifa Francis at the back, you have Tarek Prentice, you have, of course, the man Simon Anthony, the man Ruben Richardson, ball going forward, over towards the back post is Anthony.
It's a goal.
Fantastic play. Absolutely brilliant by the Kicks United. That build up around the box pays dividends this time, and they are able to put the ball in the back of the net.
And it's the man, Simon Anthony.
It was Simon coming in from that left-hand side. I said they have so many goal-scoring options. He was one of the names that I named, and he definitely was able to get there ahead of Tittle. And it's 1-0 for the Kicks.
And there has been broken down. The defense has been broken down, and a miscommunication in the defense there. That's what caused the breakdown, miscommunication, and Simon Anthony, as you just heard, taking advantage again. That's a poor ball. That's a poor pass. That's a poor pass.
Oh my
and
goodness! That is absolutely special. That
Amadi
is special. What a finish there by Amadi. He dribbled, he took it past one, took it past two, took it past a third, and buried it into the bottom corner.
Being able to hold off 3 defenders and still slot it past the goalkeeper to the right of the goalkeeper, low down. And that's beautiful. That's magnificent. That's sumptuous. Oh, 1 minute. In the 50th minute of play, they scored. The ball was reset. And in the 51st minute of play, they scored. Well.
It was Malley again, given away. It's a chip ball forward towards Malley from the man Simon Anthony. And attackers, they are breaking down. They are having the collapse that you spoke about.
I told you that that's what was going to happen, because they are going to sit back and look to defend in the second half, but with the speed of Kicks United forwards, you just cannot run that race and expect to come up trump.
Kicks United, they are really turning on the gas pedal here. They are really looking to add to the advantage. There's a reason that they are third in the league, because they are a very good side.
And now you understand what I was talking about when I spoke about Tittle and the time wasting. He needs that very time now to try to equalize.
It's going to be Alexander. Looking for the reverse pass. It will find Alexander. Alexander here on the right-hand side. And it's a rather poor attempt at a cross. And it's going to be out for a goal kick. 2-0, just like that. First it was Simon Anthony, then it was Amadi, and it's 2-0. It's going to be a goal kick for the attackers. Going along upfield and taken away. It's the Kicks again. Reuven looking at what was Francis, and Francis will win this one. Forced to go wide. Oh, great skill by Francis. Ball into the box and partially cleared. Here comes Carby. Oh, but Carby runs in a bit of a tussle and will lose possession. Looking for a quick throw. He will find Reuven. Reuven takes a touch into the box. Reuven goes down. Reuven still there. Reuven puts his ball in. Tittle has to fall on this one and does.
And you see the pressure that attackers is under now, because Carby, who you want really to be feeding the man Samuel, he has to play deeper in his own half, and so playing a more defensive role than really playing a winger position.
With the man Tamarcus having to leave the field, you can see a significant difference in the amount of freedom that the man Delano Francis is getting over on this right hand side. Of course, Tash is faster, but he doesn't have the physical presence that the man Tamarcus Harley had. While going over the top and Tittle, that's very risky, Tittle. But it's going to be an injury to the man Akeem Tittle there. He was in a battle with Francis, and you can see that he's in some pain.
This ball seemed to have taken a knock to the head, Tittle. Seemed to have taken a knock. And Francis going in to win the ball because the ball was loose. It wasn't taken on the first attempt by Tittle. And in the end, taking a knock. This is not what attackers would want.
Because
Yeah,
the
already.
backup goalkeeper is Khalid Brooks, and he's unavailable today.
Well,
Khalid, of course, the central defender and their captain. He's also the backup goalkeeper. He does so many things for the team. And with him being out there, I don't know who they put in goal.
a utility player, you'll call him.
Very much so.
We are in the 57th minute of play. So we are not losing any time. We have had a delay due to an injury to a goalkeeper of the attackers. That's the man Tittle. It's 2-0. 2-0 in favor of Kicks United. Goals coming in the 50th and 51st minute of play. The first coming from the boot of Simon and the second from Amadi. It was a good ball, a good play there from Amadi, holding off 3 defenders and being able still to have the presence of mind to slot it past Tittle. He didn't go for power. He went for placement to the right of Tittle and into the back of his net.
It was an absolutely brilliant goal. And I wouldn't want to call it one of the best I've seen, but for this season, with just the amount of control he had of the situation, with being surrounded by so many players, the composure he had, the slotted past Tittle, it was a very brilliant goal.
It was. It was. You know, oftentimes we see these wonderful shots from outside the box, and but you know, to hold off 3 defenders and still being able to slot one past Tittle, because Tittle is a good keeper. Tittle is a good keeper. It was tremendous. You know, I've seen some wonderful goals for the tournament. You know, I've seen some wonderful goals for the tournament, and still that one of those goals, one of the top goals for the tournament so far, has come from the boot of the man Reed, Shakur Reed, some distance outside the 18-yard box, and that ball traveled very low, and it was a superb goal from the man Reed. That is one of that must be one of the top 3 goals yet in the tournament.
One of the best goals I've seen for the tournament was from the boot of a man for the Predators, the man Kevon Carty. He was about some 50 yards out against the attackers. They let go a wonder strike that had Tittle completely beaten. It ended up fooling Tittle completely, and it beat him for power, beat him for accuracy. It was a wonder strike from Kevon Carty, and it got Predators back into the game. Because I believe at that time it was 2-0, and he got them back to within 1 goal, I believe.
Yes, also there was a goal from, I think it was Amando Hodge, who caught the goalkeeper, and there were 2 goals, 2 wonderful goals that day, both in the male and female division, and so We have had some really good goals. We have had some good goals in the tournament so far. You know, Tittle is on his feet, and it's good to see he's replacing his Hanware, and we will be back up and running in just a while. So it's 2-0. 2-0 in the 60th minute of play in favor of the red, white, and black.
It's going to be Kicks United there. We can see the board is lit up. I'm not sure who the change is being made for. I can see the board is being lit up with number 24 and number 3. So it's going to be number 3 coming off, for which team we're yet to see.
It is indeed Kicks United who is going to make that substitution. I think it's the man Anthony who is going to give way, not Anthony, yes, Alexander who is going to be giving way
for
to
O'Donoghue.
Yes.
O'Donoghue's going to be coming on. He does start for them on the right-hand side of defense. As the ball comes over, it's Malley. Malley looking for his teammate there, Amadi, and eventually hooked clear only as far as Craig Emmanuel, but he's going to let it run out for a throw-in. Yes, it is going to be the man O'Donoghue, who does usually start at right back, replacing Alexander, who did put in a good shift.
Yes, he did. I mean, O'Donoghue was late in coming, and so he was unable. He was able to start.
Well, it's going to be Titlu's down on his haunches again, waiting on the player who was injured for the Kicks United. I'm not sure who it is. Is that Malley?
It's Mali who's down. How can you miss Mali?
I didn't want to call a name that was wrong, but it is the man Malley who is down for the Kicks. He's back up on his feet now. Not sure where the injury was, but it is not going to see another change. It looks like it's going to be the man Elijah St. John going over towards a substitute. No. False alarm. It's Malley's back on his feet now, and we've had a very long time with injury stoppages, both for Tittle and now for Malley. And Glenville Rogers, known as Malley. The ball is out wide. Looking inside now towards, looking he was trying to find Malley there, but the attacker's looking to break. Only as far as Craig, but Craig Emmanuel wasn't on the same page as Francis. And that's going to be a throw-in to the attackers. Oh, that's very risky possession. Here come the Kicks. Kicks looking to break. It's Amadi. Oh, it's a very good reverse pass. Francis is in. Francis off the post. Francis should have buried that one there. He had to beat him, but the post came to his rescue again. The Kicks United are not done knocking on the door. They want to add another goal. They want the third. They want to secure the game. And Francis was not too far away from putting this game to bed.
Opportunities like that can turn back to haunt you.
It was a fantastic ball by Amadi. He's putting such a good shift there. When they come again, it's a ball across. Oh, it's in! Oh, that is wonderful, wonderful placement there on the far side. Is that Simon Anthony again? It looks like it.
It is indeed Anthony. And again, this is where the likes of Khalil Brooks is missing. A veteran defender. He is not here. And his defense, the defense of attackers has gone to shambles.
When you are missing your two center backs, your defense will crumble. Javier Brooks is not there. Kelly Brooks is not there. And they are crumbling in front of our eyes. It was a wonderful finish. Pinpoint accuracy by Simon Anthony to get it past the near post of Akeem Tittle. Beat him to his near post. And the ball nestled in the far corner. Here come the attackers again. Rasheem gives it away. They are crumbling. It's Mally. Mally has Francis. Instead, opts to go to the other Francis on the right-hand side. Now back with O'Donoghue. Goes inside towards Reuven Richardson. Now back into defense. It's with Francis now. Out wide to O'Donoghue. Inside to Reuven. Reuven again. He's a very his calming presence in the midfield. Oh, that's a very good walk by Francis. And Francis is running into the box. Francis, the far Francis cuts it back. It's Melee in one block. Francis puts it wide of the target.
The ball is still
in
alive.
play. Here's Delaney Francis. Delaney here.
That's it.
That's the far. No, that's Simon on the far side. Ball inside is given away. It's Reuven. Reuven's going to turn, but Reuven gives it away in the midfield. Again, just a long hoping ball towards the man. Oh, that's a rough challenge, but play on, says the referee. Chance for a 1-2. That's brilliant walk there. It's Simon Anthony on the far side. Has a man there at the back post. Tries to use him and doesn't get there. And eventually it gets somehow cleared from the attackers.
That should have been an offside call. That should have been an offside call.
But here comes Chadwick. Chadwick is fast. Chadwick is breaking. And good walk in the end there by Francis.
It should have been an offside call because the man, Mali, touched the ball. He was in an offside position when he interfered with play, and it should have been an offside call. Probably it wasn't spotted by the AR, but that was.
Malo was off the field. He was off the field of play basically, so he had to be offside. Well, here come the attackers. Attackers looking to get a shot off here, but
Is that a handball? Isn't that an handball?
advantage played by the referee. It looked like. Looked like the referee signaled for an advantage. Here comes Tash. Out wide towards, I think that's Richardson. Also in number 4 in the defense for them. I think that's Hughes. That's the other Richardson, I believe, yes. And it's Reuven. Finds Mally. Mally goes backwards. Now Amadi is going to find Francis in acres of room. Francis, Delaney Francis cuts it back. Will he take the shot on? Doesn't get the shot on! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant goal there on the half volley. He put it past the goalkeeper. No chance for Tittle. And this game is getting out of hand.
Well, that is sign, seal, deliver. That has to be sign, seal, deliver. Wonderful finish there by Valley by Amadi. Buries it past Tittle. And it is 4-0.
Well, now the question is, who do you give man of the match to? That's the only question left to ask. Simon has 2. Amadi has 2.
Well, as it stands, for me, it's Amadi.
Well, that's going to be a debate that
And he is leaving the field disappointedly. He has a signal for substitution.
That's going to be disappointing. But they do have one of their regular starters in that man, Elijah St. John, who is on the bench. And it looks like he's getting a quick warm-up. A player who I have been calling for. They also have a player I mentioned earlier, the man Antoine Fleming. He also is on the bench. He has played midfield for them as well as at fullback. So he can play multiple positions. They do have some options to replace him. You can hear possibly in the background some of the crowd, the strong petition contingent out here for the Kicks United that pose the Kicks. They do have a number of petitions on the team. You can hear the strong petition contingent there towards the top left-hand side of the stadium.
And petition is the coach.
Of course. It is going to be, it looks like, Elijah St. John making his way onto the field, who will be replacing Amadi. So unfortunately for him, he won't be able to get his hat trick. But he has played a very, very good game A very strong 70 minutes he has put out.
Yes, indeed. He has done human service for his team today and has been justly rewarded, been justly rewarded with 2 goals and has almost secured this game away past the attackers. 4-0. I'm not seeing attackers back in this goal at all. But
if it was any other team, I wouldn't have called the game.
With 20 minutes to go plus time added, the ball is still wrong. It's anybody's game.
If it was any other team, I wouldn't have called. But attackers are a team that they don't do much in the second half. They score all their goals early and they sit back and defend. So there's no where that the attackers can go. There's no way they can go on their bench that you can say, okay, he can come on and get us a goal. Or there's somebody they can look to other than maybe Chadwick to say.
Garfield gets a second. Garfield gets a second.
Is that a second? Is that his second or is that his first?
Oh, that's a first card, but it's a third
poor
infringement.
challenge.
Yes.
A third very poor challenge.
He gets a yellow now, but he has to be very careful.
Surprisingly, he hasn't gotten a yellow already because he's been making these cynical challenges all game. Those very, very cynical challenges where he just sticks his foot out and hooks you from behind.
Yes, has to be careful, Lewis. All tournament he has been that kind of player though, Lewis.
So over the head of Malley, Richardson only clears it high,
That's
but
a
not
missed kick.
far. And a miscue in the header as well, and kicks win the ball back. It's that easy. It's Elijah St. John. He's in a tussle in the midfield. Rashim is going to pick up the ball. Now it's with Garfield. The man Carby. Out wide to Shakai. And Reuven steps in and really picked up by kicks. Looking forward, he's going to find Malley. Malley is going to find, I believe that's Francis out wide. Defario Francis. And Delaney is calling for it at the back post. Francis goes in towards Malley. Malley in space. Malley is going to find Delaney Francis, offside. And he's offside.
What I love with Malley right now, he has been playing so calm.
Exactly.
He's been playing so calm that you can almost miss him on the field. But Rogers has been playing a significant role. You know, normally you will see the defenders, your midfielders being the one to distribute the ball. But that is is his duty. He is just distributing the ball. He's not taking the ball down the middle. He's distributing it left or right. And he's been doing that so wonderfully. And so far has the advantage. Here is Garfield.
Garfield and giving it away. But one thing that I think that has been a blessing in disguise for the kicks has been the loss of Jonathan Gishard. Because when Johnny was there, they played with a 4-4-2. As the ball comes over the top, will be won by Tittle. And Malley was the big target man. His job was to just win all the headers, control everything, and play the ball through to Johnny. But now with Johnny leaving to join Docks United, it's allowed Malley to take up that sole striker role and playing a completely different style of football. Instead of being that big, powerful target man, he's playing more of a false nine. He can drift around the forward line, creating space for Francis, for Anthony, for Amadi, for the other front. He's creating so much space for them to operate in because of his movement and his distribution.
Kicks United looking to run away with this one. 4 goals advantage over the attackers. It is, if the attackers go down here, will be their first loss for the tournament. They have not lost the game thus far.
That is true. They've drawn a couple, but they have not lost. It's going to be out wide. I think that's Craig Emmanuel. No, that's Simon Anthony.
And that was always going to happen for the attackers, because what the attackers had was easier teams.
Francis gets on the ball, but too heavy a touch.
They had what you would say the easier teams first, and now they have the big three. They will have to come up, and if they are not able, they will be found wanting because they have Kicks, Ducks, and Lions.
That's very tough to play those three back to back to back. Very, very tough. Because they are considered the three biggest teams in the Angola Football League, and the three teams that you would have to say are competing for the title year after year. It's always been those three teams. As you see, I think that's the man Simon Anthony has gone down. And it's a free kick to the Kicks United. Into the 75th minute of play.
This is what we were saying in the female game. You see Francis, a big, tall central defender from these kicks. He has gone up at the back post.
They leave the wing backs there to deal with the one striker, and they send two center backs forward. Ball goes into the back post. Very good ball at the back post. And Tittle had to get there first and barely got there first. Of course, we had both Prentice and Francis there at the back post waiting on it.
And the man Mali.
Of course. They leave their fullbacks to deal with the pressure that's being applied from Chadwick up top, and they send both physical big center backs forward. Here comes the Kicks. O'Donoghue is going to find Elijah St. John. Now it's with Reuben Richardson. He gives it away. But back with St. John. And back in the defense now. It's Prentice, Lawrence, Emmanuel. But one misplaced pass, we'll find Reuven. Back with Craig Emmanuel. Nobody's really making any effort to make the run forward. They're just content to build around from the back. Reuven. Now looking forward towards Anthony. Picked up by Francis. Francis will win this one. We'll find Reuven Richardson. Goes all the way back to Prentice. Now it's O'Donoghue. Well, very risky pass here, but eventually no harm done. And Prentice can go back to, no, he will not go back to the goalkeeper. And now he does. Now it's with Craig Emmanuel. Has a lot of space and time to go forward, looking for the run, and wasn't able to pick out Francis there, who was making that run down the line. It's the attackers who are going to drive forward now. But any attack they tried to put together is just being snuffed out by the Kicks United. And here they come now, the Kicks in space. Francis gets inside. Francis looking to drive. Now it's Mali. Shot on goal! Ooh, that wasn't too far away at all. Glenville Rogers, the man Mali, he can pound the ball, and he really got into that one there. And that wasn't too far away at all.
Indeed, it wasn't. And that is the danger that Kicks United poses. That's the danger they poses, because they can come at you with speed down the flank. They can come with you through the middle.
Francis to seal the deal. Francis puts it in, makes no mistake. That's 5-0. That's game, set, and the match.
Well, that was nothing else but brilliance. To hold on to that ball, for so long, to keep a level head for so long, and then to place it that well, nothing else but brilliance.
And for Delana Francis to be scoring so
early, they conceded twice in 2 minutes, very early, and so that changed their plans. They had to go into another mode. What they were accustomed to go into defensive mode. You are asking them to do something that they are not accustomed to do, and so they just fell apart.
Oh, that's brilliant! And Malik could have gotten there. I think Malik could have gotten there. It was a brilliant pass by O'Donoghue. He picked out Malik perfectly, and Malik just gave up on the ball. That's just the space that's being offered to them. When you're missing your two center backs, you will be having some miscommunication there in the back. Here's Francis again. It's Delaney. The ball across to the back post. Titler's coming. into the punches. Gonna walk there by Akeem Tittle. Shakai Reed. Long ball forward. Garfield is gonna get there. A bit risky, but no harm done in the end. Finds Craig Emmanuel. Now it's Richardson. Listen to Malley. I'm looking to find Simon Anthony, but couldn't do so. And the ball forward is going to find Chadwick. Chadwick here has no support. Chadwick looking to create something. Chadwick gone to the right-hand side and again has no options. He has nothing forward with him.
Well, there was Kirby, but he could not see Kirby before there were 4 defenders. He had to look past and was unable to. Here is a counter.
It's DeFari Francis. Looking to get inside again. DeFari lowers to the shot and rather tame effort in the end. Looking to add to the score sheet. Wants to get on with his brother. Tittle has no trouble dealing with that one there. It's Garfield. And it's a handball by Garfield. And it didn't look like it was a handball. After control.
Mm-hmm.
Taken quickly, it's Reuven. Goes out wide. Malley looking for the return pass. He is going to find Francis. Ball comes in and had to be dealt with because Malley was lurking. It's Kirby. Looking towards Garfield, but easily done there by Francis. Over towards Francis. There's 3 Francis on the field for the kicks. Francis goes for a shot. That's DeFari Francis. DeFari again. Malley looking to get through. Him and DeFari got in each other's way. Kirby now. Kirby goes to the 1-2. Kirby will receive the 1-2 and just gives it back to the kicks. Here you go. You can come at us again. It was a waste by Romain Kirby. It's going to be Reuven Richardson. Reuven finds O'Donoghue. Looking for the long ball forward. Malley told him no, but he still played it forward. Now it's back with O'Donoghue. And a foul against Simon Anthony. That's going to be a free kick. Into the 85th minute of play. 5 minutes left plus added time. And at 5 goals, I don't know how much added time we are going to see. O'Donoghue. Oh, it's a brilliant ball through, and it almost found Malley. Here's Reuven. Out wide towards Craig Emmanuel. Craig. To Reuven. Back to Craig. Back to Reuven. Oh, he's looking for St. John, and he will not be able to find him, but it is a free kick.
And who again? Who's that man again?
Garfield Lewis. Time and time again, it's him just making those cynical fouls. I've called cynical fouls multiple times because that's what they are. There's no real tactical, there's nothing tactical about them. He just can't be bothered. He's just going to take you down.
Well, I would love to see him on a rugby field.
It's going to be a free kick. Goes short. Malley was looking for the return pass to the long ball forward. And he's drifting there. You can see that Simon is drifting. And it's going to find Francis eventually. Francis goes inside. Anthony! This one is blocked. And out for a corner. Anthony went for the shot with the left foot there, his dangerous left foot. And he almost was able to put some sort of trouble there on Tittle's goal. It's going to be a corner to be taken by Simon Anthony.
Into the 87th minute of play we go. Into the 87th minute of play. It's 5-0. 5-0 in favor of Kicks United.
It's a ball into the penalty area. Henna comes in, goes wide of the target by Malley, and that's going to be a goal kick. It was a good floated ball in there by Simon Anthony towards the penalty spot. Malley just couldn't get the header on target, and it's a goal kick to the attackers. 5 goals to nil here. 5-0. I can't say I expected that when I came into this game, but when you're missing your two center backs, you will concede goals. And the manager Will Brooks, who's down there coaching the attackers, as well as Khalid Brooks, who I'm sure is watching the game, is they have to be raring to get back. Here's Chadwick Samuel. And that's pretty much just been the game for, well, Garvey also a shot easily done there for Lawrence. But that's pretty much been the game for Chadwick. Just no help going forward, and having to do it all on his own.
Well, he goes down, he stays down, and medical attention is going to be needed there. And we are into the 88th minute of play. It's Kicks United who has sealed this one with a 5-goal lead. Not much to play for, not much left to play in the game. And attackers will go down the first time of the 2021 season. Their first defeat will come at the hands of Kicks United. 5-0. The scoreline is at the moment. We are into the 89th minute of play. The man Amadi scoring twice. Delaney Francis 1 and Simon Anthony twice. So the opening goal came in the 50th minute. In the 50th minute of play from the boot of Anthony. Just a minute later, it was Amadi, a superb bit of football, who made it 2-0. In the 64th minute of play, it was again Simon Anthony who made it 3-0. It was made 4-0 by Amadi in the 68th minute of play. And it was Delaney Francis in the 78th minute of play who made it 5-0.
And you know, Kicks are starting to hit their stride when they've scored 5 goals, and none of them have been scored by Mali.
Well, indeed.
Kicks United, they are starting to look a very, very dangerous side, and a team to look out for, because it doesn't have the star names that it had before, but it's a very, very solid team. They have speed. They have the ability to control position. They have a good midfield, the likes of Amadi and the Ruben Richardson, of course, of the man Saint Jean. They have a very good midfield, a strong defense led by Francis and Prentice, and a very good overall side. They don't have the star power, as I said before, but a very balanced side. No individual talent, just a balanced side.
Do you think we have another 4 minutes or so to play, you think?
The referee shouldn't. It's 5-0. There's no need to play the extra added time.
Well, 4 minutes. Enough time to...
And that's going to be Francis down the line. Francis is going to beat Tashi easily. Francis into the box. Francis is going to leave it. It's Anthony. Look at the other third. It's too high.
5-0 into the first minute of added time. 5-0. It's the attackers who is going to go down for the first time of the 2021 Angola Senior Male League. And they have either won or drawn all their previous 7 games. And so today, they are going to come in for us. 5-0 at the hands of the Kicks United.
As a Kicks United with some firepower still to bring because you haven't seen Malley at his very best because this version of Malley he's distributing when Malley is it's a good ball through but Chadwick is offside and he completely disagrees with that one there. Throws his hands in frustration.
And yeah, White was well in place and said, Chadwick, you're looking for an unfair advantage.
Think we're gonna see another goal?
No, we're not going to see any other goal.
I also agree. Kicks will just play this one out, just control the possession. No need to concede one, trying to score one when you're already up 5-0. It's O'Donoghue. Reuven. O'Donoghue. And Francis in acres of room again. Where was Tash? I have no idea. But Francis is going to lay it off. And finally, the attackers are able to clear.
Richardson was looking for was to set the trap on Francis. He was not able to do so. And it could have spelled trouble for...
But here comes Delaney Francis. Ball goes inside towards Simon looking for his third. But Tackles will win this one. Carby. And Chadwick was trying to let this one run, and he's still going. Still running down the goalkeeper at this late stage of the game. But it is too little too late. It's Malley. He's going to find Francis in an onside position. Francis! Easy save for the goalkeeper. Francis just looking to put the icing on the cake. We can see the Kicks United players just leaving the bench. There's no need.
Well, I don't think the icing needs to go on the cake. The icing is already on the cake. Yeah, I think Francis was looking to get some ice cream to go with the cake.
It's going to be Malley. Out wide is going to find, I think that's St. John, and the ball inside wasn't accurate. We have had all 4 minutes of added time, and the referee agrees. 94 minutes have been played, and the Kicks United have run rampant all over the attackers, winning by some 5-0.
Yes, the Kicks United with a 5-goal advantage over the attackers, and each goal had a bit of flair coming with it, and so Kicks United coming away with a 5-0 advantage over the attackers. Attackers going down for the very first time of the 2021 season, and missing today their two centre backs, and that put even more pressure on them, and that there was already, because there was it was going to be always difficult for attackers to beat Kicks United. It wasn't to be. With 5 goals to nil victory over the attackers, it is going to be the Kicks, who have firmly gripped the third position and unassailably they would not be caught by any teams from what I'm seeing. The 4th place, though, is an interesting place because there are about 4 or 5 teams that are playing for that 4th place. The Spartans, the Diamonds, the Limers, they are all playing for that 4th place. And it is going to be interesting to see who take that 4th place slot for the playoffs.
There's 4 teams with a mathematical chance of getting it, but realistically, to predict the team that was going to get 4th, I would say the Limers. Just based on their veteran presence and the way that they've played throughout the tournament, the Limers, they have their midfield and the way that they're able to control games, even against bigger sides, they're able to control games based on their midfield. Of course, Caleb and the man Colin Liddy. So,
Well, I beg to differ. If we have to go on anything that we have seen from the Limers in their last 2 games,
they've been poor in the
they
last
have
2 games.
been extremely poor. And I alluded at their first defeat when they went down to Diamonds. When they went down to Diamonds, I would have alluded to the fact that they would have missed Liddy very early in the piece. But in the next game, Liddy was on the field and against Uprising, and he was just missing. He was absolutely taken out of the game, and Uprising really took them apart. And so, from what we have seen, unless there is a significant improvement in their play, it is all to play for.
But what I like to say is that was Uprising's best. That was Lemons at their worst. That was the worst I've ever seen Lemons play that game against Uprising. And that was one of the best performances I've seen this season from Uprising. They put in some better performances last season, thinking about that D-League final against the Spartans. But one of the best performances this season came in that game against the Lemons, because they didn't rely too much on the likes of Rennie and Jarvis. They played a very team-oriented game that allowed for them to come away with what you wouldn't want to call it an unexpected victory, because it was a well-deserved victory.
Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, it was again a pleasure to be in your company, to bring you the action as it unfolded right here at the Raymond E.G. Gishaw Technical Center. Today, earlier in the day, we saw the Gazelles coming away 2-0 victory with a 2-0 victory over the Youngsters. And in the primetime game, it is indeed the Kicks United who came away with a 5-0 victory over the Attackers. Well, join us again on Tuesday when we will be back with you. It will be the turn, indeed, of the Sunset Home female division. Yes, again, we say thanks to Sunset Homes, to the Angular Football Association, to AI Live, we say thank you, and to all those who have taken our commentaries, to our players who have kept us really interested in the tournament so far, to all those who would have sat down and view our commentaries, we say thanks for being on board. On behalf of our commentary team, the man Doc, we welcome him back today, and I am the voice of choice, John Millington, taking you back to Master Control.